Hi, in this video we're going to go over setting up your Flipgrid account and setting it up for students to access. So if you have not yet got a Flipgrid account, I'm going to log out of mine. And you go to flipgrid.com or the admin.flipgrid.com, either or. Right. You're going to sign up, it's free, and that's going to take you into a place to sign in. Right, you're going to sign up with your Google, and I've already done so, so it just automatically syncs me in here with my Google account. Alright, once you're in and you have your grids, think of a grid as your classroom, and in each classroom you have different topics. So I've got a couple classrooms, quote unquote, set up already, and I'm going to create a new classroom, a new grid for today. And then in those grids we have different topics. Alright, so when you create a grid community type, we're going to choose the school email one. And we're going to name this, again, I'm going to pretend I'm a classroom teacher, and we're going to make this the language arts grid. And in this grid, we could have various topics where discussions could take place. So we'll get to that in a moment. All right, so we have a language arts grid. And we are going to add school mail here. And so we're going to add anything after the @ symbol. Okay, so student.dodea.edu. Alright, and we're going to launch the grid. Even though our students don't have email at primary levels, we're still going to do it this way, and we'll show you that that's okay in just a moment. Alright, so we're not going to share this grid. We're not going to see what the grid looks like as a student. We're just going to go on in. Alright, so now we have added this grid, and if I go back to my grids, you'll see we've just added the language arts grid. Alright, so let me click on that one. And every time you launch a new grid, you're going to have these two things. You're going to have this hidden ideas and this introductions. And you can edit the introductions and create it to be what you want it to be, or you can create a new topic inside your grid. So we'll click New Topic, and let's say that this one is going to be a book review. And we want our students to have a discussion about books they're reading. And we want to give them a timeline, so no more than 2 minutes. And here we describe what we want them to do. This is a required section. So book review and tell us about your book. Keep it simple. All right, if you toggle moderation, it means that when they post something, you're going to get flagged with an email to allow it. And I wouldn't worry about that. You're giving them permission to put it in. Okay, topic status would be only active if you need them to do it. Frozen, students can see what's there, but they can't put any new ones. And then hidden, they're just not going to find it anymore. All right, we'll leave this how it is. This would be a resource if you're trying to get your students to be able to refer back to something. So you've got several options here. Perhaps you want to put in a directions video. Okay. All right, so stickers and drawings, all of these video features. If you want students to be able to decorate the selfie that they take at the end of their video, you can leave that on or turn it off. You want them to be able to drop emotions, little reactions, right? So you've got several options here. We're going to go ahead and create the topic. Okay, now if we were to give students a direct link to this topic, this is what it would look like. We're not going to do that right now. Let me copy that address. All right. This isn't what we want them to see. We don't want them to have to log in with Google, so it's not what we're doing. Okay, so got it. All right, so I am now into my topic, and no one knows how to get to it yet. Okay, so I'm going to add topic guests. And those are our students. We're going to put guest mode on, and this QR code is how our students are going to get to it, but I'm going to copy this URL and paste it, which also shows us what the students would see. So this URL would work, or if you take this QR code and we right click on it and copy it, and if we open up a Word doc, get my lights back on. All right, so I got a Word doc and I have that QR. If I go to paste, paste special, paste as a bitmap, it'll drop that QR in, and I'm going to put book review. I'm going to specify what this QR is for, because as I add additional topics, I'm going to have different QR codes. So I want to make sure that I know that this one takes me to the book review. So I can cut this out or print it out and laminate it. I don't think you'll need to, but you could laminate it. You don't need a different one for every kid. They're all going to use the same code, which is going to take them right here to this screen. Okay. All right, so once you've got your code there and you have that URL, either one will work. They're going to take you to the same place. We're all set here as the teacher. So if you've got this URL open, students would click the plus, and that would get them in to do it. But if you chose to go the QR code route, then students would visit flipgrid.com, which is also available. You can type it in, obviously, but it's also on our online resources tab. So if you visit the Hampton website and go to the online resources, there is a shortcut to Flipgrid there on that page. Right here. Okay, so once you go to flipgrid.com, you click on the QR code, and you would have this printed out. And students would hold up their QR code just like they do a Clever Badge, and it's going to take them directly into this book review page. All right, and once a student's here on this page, they just tap to record, and this topic intro, this welcome, is going to ask them for their first name, last name, email address. Well, for DODEA privacy guidelines, we aren't going to give them any of that. So first name does not have to be their first name. Last name does not have to be their last name. So you can do first initial and last initial. That works. Our students don't have email addresses. They do not need to put them there. It is optional. So we're not going to. If you put your email address there as an older student or as a teacher, then anytime somebody replies to your video, you just get an email alert saying, so-and-so responded to your video. So students, again, can put in their initials, or you could work with keyboarding with them if they wanted to, if they knew their student ID or their lunch number, whatever you wanted them to put in. Okay, so they've got to put something there. It is required. And you can decide how you want that to work. So once a student is in, they're going to get the pop-up notification, and we're going to allow our microphone, and it would also ask to allow the camera, and my camera is being used right now for this video. So once they're in, they would record their video here and add whatever it is. They're going to be talking about their book review, they're sharing their favorite parts, the character, the plot, the setting, right? Once they're done with that, we pause, hit the right arrow, okay, so if they like that, they can hit next. And then they have the feature here to snap a selfie, and you just take your picture. It's not going to see me because my camera's done. And this is where you have that option if you wanted to add these emojis or any kind of stickers onto the selfie itself. Okay, so it gives them a little chance to play. If that becomes a distraction, you'll remember back a while ago, we could disable that and turn that off. All right, so once they're fine, they've decided they like their picture just the way it is. We hit submit, and it launches it off into space. All right, and when it's done, we just complete. Okay, so the student sees where they've added theirs, and you as the teacher, I'm going to refresh this page, see where your student RE has done a response. And then after, if another child comes in, they can watch. Okay, and they can respond the same exact way that you did your first video. A student can respond with another video, or you, the teacher, can respond with a different video. So now, this time, we are responding to that video. That was great. I loved that book. I read that book too. I can't wait to read it again and talk about it with you. Okay, We submit that. Complete. Okay, and so now we see that RE has that 1, and this little black dot is the response that another child gave that person. So if I go back as the teacher, refresh my page, I can see that RE has her video, and right underneath it, capital RE, has a response to hers. All right, and that is it. That one QR that we printed will get you back into the book review. And if you wanted to add another topic to your language arts grid, you would just repeat this process. So a new topic, maybe this time it's going to be Writer's Showcase, and a student will read something they've written. Please read your story to us. All right. Create the topic. Got it. All right, we're going to add topic guests, put on our guest mode. Here's the URL to take you directly to it. Right, Writer Showcase, nobody's there. Or here is the QR. Paste special, bitmap, and this is a different one, right? This is why it's important to label them. You can see there's something just slightly different about the way these were designed. All a QR is a website put into a picture. Okay, and so then that would take the student into that new grid. Same way, they would go to this button, hold up that second QR, and it's going to pop them right up into this Writer's Showcase one. All right, I hope that's helpful. If you need any help, please holler. I'll be happy to work with you. Thanks. Bye.